Jobs for all European citizens and a prosperous Europe. These are the key objectives for the EPP Group in the coming years. Here in Dublin, the EPP Group is holding its study days focused on solutions to boost economic growth, creation of companies and jobs.
In parallel, the EPP Congress is taking place in Dublin, where the party is going to decide on its manifesto, select the EPP's candidate for President of the European Commission, and will launch the EPP's campaign for the 2014 European Parliament elections. Opening the study days, EPP Group Chairman Joseph Daul, after a minute's silence, referred to the situation in Ukraine, demanding that the Russian troops who illegally entered Ukrainian territory to pull out before the resumption of talks and negotiations. Continuing, he praised Ireland's efforts in exiting the economic crisis and returning back to growth. Mairead McGuinness, head of the Irish delegation of the EPP Group, said there is good news in Ireland. There are over 60,000 more people employed in the last 12 months. This has an enormous impact on families and communities. However, she said that there are many who have not yet felt the recovery in their own lives, and many are still enduring great suffering because of the impact of the economic crisis.
We've come from a very difficult place in Europe. We've had a terrible recession. Our people have suffered and are continuing to suffer. We've got to give them hope. We've got to give them confidence. We've got to show them that progress is being made. It's too slow, and I'm angry about that, but at least it's happening. And we have to give them faith in people. We believe in people. We believe that through people, through their hard work, through their faith, through their endeavours, we will succeed.
Corinne Wortmann-Kool, Vice Chairwoman of the EPP Group responsible for the EPP Group Economy and Environment Working Group, underlined that the formula used to get out of the crisis is bearing fruit, but we are still in trouble.
It's extremely important that now we stand firm and we continue along this road, because that will bring our enterprises again in healthy circumstances, our SMEs, so they can provide jobs. But it's great to see that the recipe is helping. And look at France. French President Hollande said, well, through investment I will solve the problems. But the trouble is even worse for the people in France. So our EPP recipe works.
We have to say to the people that we are leaving the crisis behind and we are restoring confidence, said Inigo Mendez de Vigo, Spanish Secretary of State for the European Union and former member of the EPP Group.
In order to have a better situation in their everyday lives, you need to change the macroeconomic signals, and they've changed dramatically, and it hasn't happened just by a miracle. It's because we did the reforms, we did the fiscal adjustments, we are there. So the worst times are over. Growth is coming and employment is coming. I'll see it in Spain, where we came to government 2 years ago. We were in a desperate situation. Now all the signals are good. So we have to tell the people we are on the right path. And let's go along with the EPP on the right path.
Paschal Donohoe, Irish Minister of State for European Affairs, stressed that we have to acknowledge the huge difficulties that people have gone through in Ireland and in the rest of Europe throughout this crisis.
Acknowledging that difficulty, we also have to be very conscious of how much we have achieved, of how much even further difficulty was avoided. If you look at the amount of change that has taken place in Ireland and Europe over the last 2 years, what that is going to do is put in place the foundations for the kind of recovery that will make a difference to the wallets of people, the purses of people, and to their everyday living standards.
We are heading towards the European elections. For the EPP Group, Dublin is the perfect place to launch the election campaign because Ireland is a success story, an EPP success. For more information on this issue, please visit our website eppgroup.eu. Thank you for watching. See you again soon.